Hello, hello. Hey, family. I'm so glad to have you all here. It's been a while. So, yeah. So, I have a really good content for you all. We're going to talk about some very important topics. So, yes, just in case this is your first time meeting me, this is Master Trainer Solomon Pratt, and my channel is all about fitness and relationships to help you be the best version of yourself. So, you're probably a professional business mom, and you want to pretty much go and tone your body, you want to pretty much improve your relationships with men, you want to pretty much get this special kind of man that you want. So, my channel is about me giving you the truth that's going to help you be better and achieve the results that you want in a more better and easier way. So yes, so pretty much I've been a trainer for 9 years, and I train so many professional business women. Most of my women that most people that I train are women from age 45 to 62, and they want to go and pretty much go and tone their body. They want to have better relationships with men. They want to improve their image. So that's pretty much the people that I go and target. So what people don't think about though is your image plays a very very important role, and also too it plays a very important role as we come down to the kind of man that you can get to take you seriously. So my channel is about me not coddling women and pretty much telling them the truth in a tasteful way that's gonna force them to look at themselves to get the better outcome that they want. So I got a few pieces of content that we're gonna go and break down and discuss. And yes, actually also we're gonna get right into it. But the first piece of content that I'm gonna break down is this is pretty much a guy that he's pretty much married to his let's say I'm gonna start it first. All right, I'm gonna pause it. I'm getting used to this platform and this channel.
No, no.
Let's see, let me see. I can have it to show. Hold on, I'm gonna go pretty much show it.
What you can do is you can get up off and go get you another job. You quit a job that you look perfectly fine. Oh,
You need to step your game up. Go get you another job. Go get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more if you got to. But I'm not gonna do it no more.
You got me. You got me.
I do not.
No, you got
Stop
me.
being lazy. Stop being a bum. And
No.
go another job.
Nah. What you can do is you can get up off and go get you another job because you quit a job that you were perfectly fine.
I'm straight. At the end of the day, you may need to go get you another job. And take care of these bills. We got four kids and you can't even barely take care of one. Who do all work? I do most of the work.
No,
you don't.
that's a lie. That's a lie. First
So
of all,
what? How much? How much money you bring home?
You're not gonna lie to
How much money you bring home?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right,
I'm not gonna discuss my funds. I'm not gonna discuss my funds for the world, and I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not working another job. Simple as that.
Bro, see this?
What?
I have to go through y'all.
You're not going because you have
Man up.
Man up.
Man up.
Man up.
Man up and do what?
Go get you another job.
Go get another job.
Since your job stressing
And if
you
that
out
ain't
so
enough,
much,
go get another one.
since it ain't paying you enough, go get you another job. Stop being lazy. Like I said.
I'm being lazy.
Yep.
Says the person sitting on the line.
Says your wife, right?
I guarantee you probably shopping on
So you
line right now.
okay, and I probably am. And with my money.
With our money.
No, with my money.
See, that's your problem. See
No,
what I'm saying?
I
Y'all
don't
see
have
what I
no
mean?
problem. Go
Y'all
get
see
your
what I'm
job.
doing?
Go to
Do
work.
y'all see what I'm dealing with? Do you see what I'm dealing with?
Nothing. Nothing, because I'm not going to be stressed out listening to you.
Stressed
Go
out.
to work.
You stressed out? I'm the stressed out.
You stressed out about what?
I'm the
Because you barely do anything as is.
Barely do anything.
Barely.
Come on, man.
Barely.
Come on.
Barely.
Come on.
I'm not about to go work for anybody else again. As
Tell them
as
again
long as
act
I'm
like
your
they do
wife,
something.
as long as I'm your wife, I'm not working for nobody else. So you either gonna have to divorce me or go get you some more jobs.
So big. So
so go get you
So
some
bet
other
we
job.
need to get a divorce. I'm not getting no more jobs.
Yes, you are.
I'm not getting
yes,
no more
you
jobs.
are. Getting $15
And if this all wayside, if this all
you
wayside,
get paid $15 an hour.
wayside, guess what? They gonna
Go job, double
they
it.
crumble.
Double it. Go double it.
See?
Cause you don't make enough to take care of this whole household. So therefore, you need to get your money
selfish. I'm
Go
dealing
get
with a
your
selfish
money
wife who
I'm
don't
not
care about
selfish.
nobody but herself.
Okay?
All she
My
sit
kids.
home all day.
I care about my kids.
All she want.
I care
If
about
you
my
quit
kids.
your
You don't even
job,
care about your kids because you won't even go get you another job. You over here being a lazy. Nobody wants to
don't
do
be in a lazy bum.
You barely work a full-time job.
Bro, I work a full-time job, bro. What's a 12-hour shift?
You don't work no 12 hours, boy.
I work 10 to 12 hour shifts.
The money ain't
I work
coming.
10 to 12 hour shifts.
The money not coming. I'm not working again.
What you mean the money not coming? It go to bills.
No.
It go to bills.
It barely even cover the bills. So therefore, like I said,
It barely.
for the last time,
It barely.
for the last time, I'm not going to go work for nobody else again. Go get another job.
You gonna go all wayside.
I'm not gonna fall nowhere.
Yeah, you gonna
You
fall
gonna
off.
fall. You gonna fall.
Guess what?
You already.
Yeah, too.
You been.
As soon as I married you, I fell
You
off.
been whacked
As
since
soon as I
met you.
married you, I fell off.
I paid for everything. I wedding everything, and I paid for
Don't
the.
count.
I paid wedding ring.
Don't
That's
count.
how lazy you
That's
are.
cap. That's cap.
That's how lazy you are. I gotta do everything
You
for
a
next
liar.
time.
You a liar. You're lazy and you're selfish. You're a liar. She lazy and selfish.
Okay.
And that's why she went and did what
Okay.
did, quit her job. And that's.
I
I just want life to put her home too long. I just can't hold what.
I don't care. Up the street somewhere.
Up the street. See what I'm saying? Do y'all have to deal with do you think this right that I have to put up with a job and don't cook?
You think I gotta sit here and put up with a man who get paid $15 an hour and don't bring no money home to where I gotta stay? Well, I got a stash to help you out. So you refuse to go get another job?
So you got a stash?
That ain't your business to be honest, because my stash is for me and my kids. Not you.
That don't make sense.
Okay.
How my money is our money, but your money is your money?
Because that's the way it is.
That ain't the way it is.
A wife gonna always take care of herself and her kids. Simple as that. Bring it home and work before. I quit. It's for me and my kids and not you. So go to work, bring back the little coins that you do make so you can pay the light bill because it's due tomorrow.
Ungrateful.
Whatever.
Selfish.
You heard what I said.
And a liar.
You heard what I said.
She's ungrateful, selfish, and a habitual liar.
I ain't ungrateful.
Yes, you are ungrateful.
No, I'm not.
All of you. And look what you.
Don't even come at me like that.
You discard everything I do.
What you do?
Everything.
I'm gonna let you think that.
Oh, you let me think that.
Yep. In the meantime, you get paid. You got paid today. It's Friday. So in the meantime, I need you to run me some coins so I can go ahead and check out on what I'm doing and go to work. Go to work. I'm done. Like, I ain't got nothing else to say.
I'm done like you done.
Stop recording me. I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say. Simple as that.
I'm done.
Go to
like
work.
you done.
I got stuff
I'm done
to do.
like you done.
I got stuff
I'm done like you done.
Dude, get out of my face. Get out of my face.
And this my
So yeah, y'all. So we man, just hearing that, it just. But yeah, but pretty much, But that's like pretty much common, So, but yeah, ladies. So pretty much, I want to see you all to live and have a more productive life. I don't want you all to be pretty much having to deal with a guy that you don't like just so you can pretty much, have somebody take care of you, but then still, you're, pretty much feeling miserable and then you're pretty much desiring somebody else because the man that you're with in the beginning, okay, you're like, well, okay, I can have him just to do stuff for me, and I just, just deal with it, and eventually I'll love him. Later on, thing, you're gonna pretty much get tired. You're gonna pretty much get tired of, of just running this man, and then you're gonna find him less and less attractive, uh, less and less not attractive. All right, y'all. So, but yeah, so it's all about you pretty much the kind of man that you truly desire and want to be with those ladies. I want you all to get you a list, and I want you all to go and pretty much do some research and find out, okay, what kind of woman do I have to be to get this kind of guy that I want long term? We're not just talking about you just getting this guy to to want to have sex with you, so that don't mean nothing, ladies. So that's pretty much weak confidence. When a woman, which this is what you see a lot now, like a lot of women, they get confused because they can get guys that pretty much that want to have sex with them, but that don't mean nothing. The main thing, that tells a lot, it tells us about, pretty much what kind of woman you really are is what kind of quality man, ladies, can you get to commit to you? What kind of quality man can you get to commit to you or marry you? That pretty much shows, it tell us everything about you too. So, so it's like a lot of people okay, people praise her and they give you a perfect example, y'all. Just like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, she's pretty much the kind of woman that, okay, she's like this model woman. And it really, really too is of one thing that I want to talk about, which I am going to talk about in like a later show, and how pretty much too. I was watching Good Times. I was watching Good Times, but they was talking about Good Times. I think about a few weeks ago, and they were talking about how that was pretty much one of the first. I think it was pretty much the first, pretty much black family show, pretty much back in the '70s, and then and I think about the lead character Esther Roll. So Esther Roll, she was very, very mindful of the presence and also the role on black people and also black women. So a lot of things that they pretty much wanted her to go and do and act, she actually refused because she knew that it would be a bad look for women. Versus, I was thinking about like now, the women now, especially most of them, especially the ones like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they have this type of mindset that they pretty much don't care about the image of black women. They just care about them getting paid and them making money. So that's pretty much the problem. So so now I can tell y'all a big difference that I pretty much noticed a while ago, especially now in the dating game. It's just a series I'm pretty sure that you all seen, Love and Hip Hop and the Housewives of Atlanta. So pretty much, Love and Hip Hop is also pretty much produced by this black Haitian lady, and really, really too. I know is that the dating game and pretty much, black women and the images of black women from that show have pretty much messed up the culture really bad. When it come down to just the quality of women have went down. Cause that show is just so bad. It just made black women look so bad. And the problem is, a lot of women think that they want to live the life as these ratchet women that's on these reality shows, but they're pretty much making black people look so bad, and then it affects the image and the mindset of younger black women. So yes, and just that, yeah. So pretty much, so like I was saying earlier, so Esther Rowe from Good Times, she would always have to be going back and forth with the producers because she did not want black women and black people and also the black family to look bad. So a lot of things she actually wouldn't do and she wouldn't talk about because she was so mindful of thinking about the image of black people. But nowadays, these celebrities and the people that a lot of times these women go and look up to, they don't care about the image of black people. They don't care about these standards of the black woman being highly sexualized and she's just that. You know, they don't care. All they care about is them getting paid and them making money. Period. So that's the main issue and that's the main problem. So yeah, so like I was saying about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, okay, so she has money, she has fame, but look at who she married. Her husband, he's not a high value man, so she couldn't get a man that's on her level. So pretty much, y'all, ever since she had Safari, I mean, ever since she left Safari, her career hasn't been the same. It hasn't been the same. And even with that relationship, y'all, when she was with Safari, and Safari, pretty much, was basically her peasant, and that was pretty much her hype man, and that's what happened too, y'all. So, when you pretty much, put a woman on a pedestal, she looks at you like a peasant, and that's what she did with Safari. When she was with Safari, she wasn't pretty much, talking about him being her man. And a lot of times we didn't even know that he was a man, and she didn't like him like that. He was doing a whole lot for her. And yeah, so but then when she got with Meek Mill, a guy that she pretty much respected. Oh, speaking of that though, when she was with when Nicki Minaj was with Safari, she was doing other scenes with men, kissing knives on the mouth, doing all kind of stuff. But when she was with Meek Mill, she wasn't doing those kind of things because she had more respect for him. She was doing songs with him. She wasn't doing those songs with Safari. So but yeah, so pretty much, and just like now, pretty much, she's with, I forgot the name there, Petty, so the one guy, the one guy, that he did a lot of time in jail, he got all kind of charges, but she's with him, she married him, but she can't get a man that's on her level. She can't, even though she pretty much known this guy, but that's the whole thing, y'all. So can you get a man that's on your level? So, all right, y'all. So now I'm gonna play the next video, which this is pretty much one of my other favorites. Shahrazad Ali. So just like I now, a lot of times that people didn't like Kevin Samuels' tone, the things that Kevin Samuels was saying. Shahrazad Ali back in the '80s, she was saying a lot of the same things that Kevin Samuels say, and it was an uproar, because they weren't used to. Only two. What happened was, I actually have a book too. What happens is like a lot of women was upset that she actually was pretty much giving the game to black men. So a lot of times the women was upset about that, but she was telling the truth and she was honest. So and it just yes, I tell the ladies, you have to get in the habit of not just allowing somebody to just coddle you just to make you feel good. And that's one thing that I pretty much have noticed a long time ago. It's like a lot of times women just coddle other women too much. But if you coddle a person so much, you're not going to give them enough truth so that they can pretty much see how they really are. So then they can pretty much make a change. So now I got the next video that I'm going to play.
We talk about the great strength that we have as black women. Well, the welfare department don't rent government apartments to single black men. Those apartments belong to black women who are allowing this to go on in their home. We have not looked at what part of the responsibility do we share. Yes, black men sell a lot of drugs, and a lot of us black women get the money from them drugs and buy some of these fancy clothes we wear. Drive around in some.
And then this is the other thing that I was thinking about her too. So her book, Message to a Black Man, was out back in the '80s. Back in the '80s, the book was out, and then it still applies to right now, and it's worse now than it was back then. But she talked about all this stuff back then, but now it just got just out of control.
Some of these fancy cars. He is not doing these things alone and without support from us, whether they are good or bad. See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down, instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life.
Ooh, wee. Oh my God. That is so true. And then pretty much that's what's being marketed to the black women. Just it's all about you having this boss career, you having this degree, and you can pay all this money. But just like our Farrakhan said, so if you don't have a man, you are not, like I said, so you are not a successful woman. It's just and yeah, and then pretty much too, the issue is, ladies, is society pretty much tells you to value things that men don't care about. Especially, I'm talking about. Let me take that back. I'm talking about the kind of man that you want doesn't. He's not counting your money. Yeah, because he has his own, or he has enough standards where he would pretty much rather find a way to make his money versus him asking you for help, especially on like a regular basis. But yeah, but black women have been taught to prioritize their education. Black men have been black women, sorry, that phone call distracted me. Black women have been taught to prioritize their education. They have been taught to prioritize everything but relationships. So that when they get older, when they're like pretty much, in like their late 20s, especially in 30s or 40s, they don't have, especially in the 30s or 40s, they don't have the right kind of options of men that they had back when they was in their early 20s. So that's why it's important still to go in the best years of your life. It's the best years for you to prioritize relationships if you can. And I tell women too, if you are older, you still can get a quality man. Just yeah. So I want to give you all some game as to how you all can still get, the kind of man that you want. So if you're an older woman, the main thing you have to have that will pretty much set you aside from the other younger women, who are pretty much, more in shape or more attractive is you have to pretty much have like number one, you gotta have a better attitude. You gotta pretty much give the man a better kind of deal. You gotta be more cooperative. Those are pretty much the main things that you actually have to compensate. You gotta find a way to go and pretty much give that man a better deal that makes it worth his while. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say that you're a woman, you're an older woman, you're like in your late 30s, 40s, so even 50s, and then let's just say in your 40s, and then you pretty much want this high value man that makes a lot of money, makes six figures, he's fit, he's tall, he got things going on. So if he's attracted to you and he got like a lot of the things that you want and he had to put all that work in, so why should he pick you over the next woman? And one thing I tell women too is if just sex, okay, all women have vaginas, so that's not special. That comes standard on every model. But so what kind of deal and what value can you bring to his life, that can compensate for you pretty much having your kids and also things that you have. And that's really how men think. It's not just enough that okay, well, I'm special. You can say you're special, but what do you have to show that you are? Why should he pick you? And then black women, I tell you all have to get competitive when it comes down to, pretty much to dating. Black men know, okay, we know that pretty much that it's so many guys out there and this is what it is. So it's pretty much survival of the fittest. And we know that pretty much we have to pretty much, to give the women some added value or give something that pretty much is different than the next guy. You gotta have some type of, it's more than charisma, but you gotta have some traits that's special that pretty much that the other guy don't have. So men know this. So we don't even, it's like we know it so much, we don't even have to talk about it. But that's one thing that I have noticed, especially with the older women, is they don't believe that they actually have to compete to get the kind of man that they want. So, and that's one thing that y'all, I think about that Kevin Samuels showed that pretty much, damn near like 98% of all the women that call, they want a man that's 6 foot, that makes six figures, that got a good job, and he look good, he good in bed. They pretty much all want the same man, that top level man, but then they're not focused on them whenever he would pretty much ask them, what do the man want? And then they would say something like this, they say, well, the man wants a woman, that has a good job and she make a whole bunch of money. And that's not the main thing that men want. Men want a woman really the one who is fit. So being fit is the first thing. So and then women you all know that men are attracted to women who are fit. Men are attracted to how a woman look. I mean, that's just like how it is first, you know. So it's been that way since the beginning of time. So by women pretty much knowing that men are attracted to how a woman look first, so why are you women not prioritizing your body? Why are you all not, in the gym? Why are you all not, just watching what you eat? Why are you not on your top fitness game? Because a lot of women are pretty much confused because they can get all kind of guys to have sex with them, but that don't mean nothing, So especially y'all, most guys will pretty much have sex with anybody, so that doesn't mean nothing. The main way as to how we keep score is what kind of quality man can you. It's like it's about you being able to keep that high value man or that man that has things going on that women find attractive, and it's hard for women to find a man that's balanced. I'm gonna give you all an example. Most guys are not balanced. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of just like how a lot of people know Sierra husband Russell Wilson. A lot of people know her ex boyfriend Future. So pretty much, I think just most guys are pretty much one or the other. So they're pretty much totally square, and and then they're pretty much all about just putting a woman on a pedestal like Russell without making her earn nothing, or pretty much they're just the opposite of him, which is Future, which is pretty much the bad boy, the fuck boy. So pretty much yeah. So it's very rare which women want a man that's a mix of both. They want a man, that has, some qualities of Russell Wilson, but still has the sex appeal of Future, and he has, that bad boy image. He has that charisma. So it's really hard because a lot of women can't find a man that's balanced because most guys aren't balanced because they haven't spent enough time, pretty much just working, those special skills that each one of them have. So yeah. So pretty much, but it's very important for a woman to pretty much to know the kind of man that she want and figure out. Okay, so for me to be this kind of woman and get this kind of man long term, okay, he values this, and so this is where I can pretty much meet this kind of guy. This is how I can keep him happy. And men are so simple to keep happy. Just for the most part, with a man's all about you giving him peace. You pretty much, looking nice. You pretty much, just feeding him. Which even with me, how I look at it though, I mean, I'm like a little bit different than most guys because I mean, I cook very well, so but I definitely can appreciate a woman cooking, and it's kind of crazy. I think about how I did like pretty much in like the last 2 years, I still been on like enough dates, a lot of dates, and I think about how I pretty much only had like one woman that actually cooked for me before we actually had sex. So nowadays, it's really sad, it pretty much shows how pretty much the times have changed. I had like this one lady that I was pretty much uh, kicking it with. She was from France. She was from France, and she was a scientist. And pretty much, on our second date, we pretty much, I pretty much went over her house and she actually cooked me a dinner. But the first date, pretty much, I took her to Blaze Pizza. I like to keep it simple. So I like to see that the woman really, really likes me. And so I don't pretty much, just take a woman out to like a five-star restaurant when I first meet them. I like to keep the first date, pretty much, just more. I would say just more regular, so that I get to see, is she really really interested in me? So so I just took her to my favorite pizza spot. She came over my place, and then we just had a good time. But the second time she actually went and made me dinner, which I got like I said the time changed so much that now a woman now she'll have sex with you before making you a dinner. That's pretty much like the standard now. I'm thinking like now is as many dates that I had in the last few years, she's pretty much the only woman that actually made me dinner before I had sex with her. And it just shows, how much times have changed. To get a woman to actually cook for you and actually want to do it, but I mean that still is a nice gesture. But since myself, I cook so well myself. A woman cooking for me. I mean, that's nice. I appreciate that. But but to me, I care more so about a woman pretty much adding value to me, giving me some good ideas that I could use for my business in my life, giving me peace, just I care more about that. To me, cooking and cleaning is still like basic level stuff. So, and I can cook for myself. So my whole thing is if I can cook for myself. So a woman making me a dinner, just I refuse to be starving. So, I like to cook anyway. But all right, y'all. So pretty much, let me go finish playing this, and we're gonna wrap this up.
We need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons.
Speaking of that, y'all, that's pretty much the new thing that that you hear modern women say now. This is like the new catch thing is say that I'm single by choice. So what y'all. So I mean that sounds nice to say that though, but really that's actually false. You're single because you can't get the kind of man that you want to go and commit to you. That's why you're single. That's the
Who
truth.
are, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the black feminine female emotionism. They're doubtful. They're indecisive. They can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge. We have daughters who grew up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man, how to function in a house with a man, because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information we have about how you be with a mate off television. It's the only
Loving hip hop, the Housewives of Atlanta. Terrible.
medium that shows us anybody being together. Those rules have not worked for us. The white woman's liberation movement, we don't have anything to do with that. We have not been under the control of the black man for over 500 years, so what do we have to get liberated from them from?
Wow.
Protection.
She right. So, all right, y'all. So, pretty much, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I want you all to subscribe to my channel if you all want to donate. PayPal, Cash App, Solomon Fitness World. If you want to support the channel, if you're interested in ladies and you want us to improve your image, improve your look, so you can pretty much, they can help you get that kind of man that you want by having your look and body in order. You can fill out my personal training application below. You can do that. So yeah, yeah. So I got my fitness app is what I use to train my clients around the world. I keep them consistent, I hold them accountable, and force them to change their habits. And I love y'all. And remember, y'all, God wants you healthy and fit. And definitely wants you to procrastinate and put it off and make excuses. So you have to make sacrifices in order for you to get what you want. So yeah, so if you're not going to sacrifice for your health, then your health is going to be the sacrifice. And I love you all, and I see you all next time.